just explain why Trump and Abe may not necessarily be aligned on how they approach North Korea and what sets that strategic approach apart.
Yes, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I think it's important to note that they actually have been meeting quite often. The Prime Minister of Japan was in D.C. just 3 weeks ago, and that came after the very surprising news that the President had accepted the possibility of meeting with Kim Jong-un. There's a context here. The fact is that the Prime Minister of Japan has gone out of his way to build a personal connection with this president, with the understanding that this helped advance Japan's national interests because Japan would be in close communication, Japan's security interests will be factored in any decision that the American administration would take. So it was quite discouraging for the Japanese when they were surprised that such a major development had been decided almost on the spot. Since then, we know that this has been a very fast-moving process. At some point, the summit between Trump and Kim was on, then it was off, then it's back on again. But also, very importantly, for the Japanese and for many others, it has been very confusing, the messaging that they hear from the White House at different points in time. So, Prime Minister Abe and President Trump very much in agreement at the outset that the maximum pressure campaign was the way to go, that you had to have a fast calendar for that goal of complete and verifiable, irreversible denuclearization. Later on, some comments by the President seemed to signal that maybe they would not be so adamant about maximum pressure. You heard today it seems to be back on. But also the President made comments that he would be understanding of the fact that maybe Kim Jong-un would need some time to think about denuclearization. So
right.
I think the goal of this meeting was to make sure they're still on the same page and the abductee issue is going to be part of the conversation.
Mireya, just how problematic is it that the US has taken a scattergun approach to trade policy, and it's alienating European allies, it's alienating NAFTA allies and Japan and South Korea? Washington exactly needs those allies on side if it is to denuclearize North Korea. How much of a problem is all of this?
It is a huge problem. I think that the United States is becoming the one country in the corner and everybody else is talking when it comes to trade. It's going to be very interesting to watch the G7 meeting.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.